Let's try this again. No idea what was going on. Not off to the best start. C5, no problems. Brand new GoPro, problems. Right, so yes, I'm going to be ultra imaginative and just head over to the park because it's lovely. There literally isn't a cloud in the sky. I haven't seen a cloud all day. It's so warm. It's just perfect Wednesday afternoon. So I'm just going to go for a bit of a ride. No real objective or agenda today. Hello there. Yes, it is. Well, it's half and half. It's like half bicycle and half an electric go-kart.
So it's pedal assist?
Yeah, so you pedal to get moving, and then the battery, you use the battery once you're moving.
I have a Super 73 myself.
Oh, fantastic. Very nice.
Do you know what it is?
Is that like one of the...
It looks like a old motorcycle, basically, but it is...
Electric.
Electric,
yeah. Fantastic.
That's cool. You're in a video?
I am. I'm filming for YouTube and Twitch. Oh, we're going the same way. Okay. Sorry?
What's your name on YouTube?
C5 Live UK. It's like the smallest channel ever. I've literally just started.
Oh, well, good luck.
So this is a Sinclair C5. It's from 1985.
What?
It was like one of the first attempts at making an electric vehicle. Hang on, Celine.
That's cool.
And it didn't go... Oh, yeah. Yeah, C5 Live UK. So it didn't go very well at the time. Batteries weren't so good then. I don't think people were ready for the idea of little electric vehicles.
Right.
Whereas everyone's got e-bikes and e-scooters and stuff nowadays.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just a bit of fun.
Is that your only toy, or?
So I have a car, obviously, and a regular bicycle.
Yeah.
I've got...
But as far as electric goes?
Well, I've got something called a Lotus Esprit, and it's like
We're right here.
okay.
Yeah.
It was sort of an 80s supercar. It's like one of the James Bond cars from back in the day. And I was in the process of rebuilding the engine to put back in it, and I'm thinking I might electrify it instead and put an electric motor in instead.
Really cool.
Yeah.
We're blocking some traffic.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
we're gonna go and watch your videos.
Well, thank you very much. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Bye bye. Cheerio. So I have done a couple of bits and bobs to the C5 yesterday and today. So yesterday I have started adding the hardware to be able to add a second motor. So oh my god, it's the most painful thing I've done. I cut a hole in, if it was an engine bay, you'd call it the firewall. The sort of back of the C5 into where the motor is, and it's designed to be cut there. Sort of, if you have two batteries from the factory, there's like a square that's designed to be cut out. So I really carefully cut that out, filed it, sanded it, and made it clean. Do it on the electric scooter. That's awesome. Just made it as clean as possible. And I'd also bought the rubber, it's not even a rubber grommet, it's much bigger than a rubber grommet. There's like a large rubber insert that fits in there that allows you to pass wires and cables through from the front to the back in order to pass the battery top through. I dismantled the key, the ignition for the second battery because it didn't come with a key. So it needs sending off. There's a guy who, if you send him the barrel, he can use it somehow from the tumblers, make a key that will fit your lock. And I'm umming and ahhing between whether to do that or whether to just add a simple, perhaps sort of power switch. I'm leaning towards the key, the power switch is more practical and looks kind of cool, but the key is keeping it more original. And I'm very big on keeping it original. I don't know. Ultimately, anything that I do, I think, will be reversible. Or anything that's non-standard that I do, I'll make reversible. So it can easily be put back to something that it could have been made as the sort of from the factory back in the day. And then today, this morning, I disassembled and rebuilt, is really overstating it, but technically disassembled and rebuilt the rear wheel assembly, just to try to reduce the squeaking a little bit, and it has reduced it a bit. It hasn't got rid of it entirely, but it has reduced it. So yeah, it has helped. Hello there.
Enjoy, mate.
Cheers. So the rear wheel is moving very freely. It was working just fine anyway. Before I started using this, when I sort of recommissioned it after it had been sat its entire life, I disassembled all the bearings and re-greased them and reassembled them. But it's had a second going over. I have also finally taken the plunge and bought a disc brake modification for it, disc brake upgrade. So the existing brakes are not the best. They're adequate, but the disc brakes are supposed to be so much better. And if I am going down the 2 battery route, and especially if I end up going 24 volts, then I most certainly want better brakes. The big thing with the brake mod is the rear one is completely reversible. The front one is reversible, but if you want to fit the wheel cover so that it looks like it should, as far as I'm concerned, some guys like it without the wheel cover, which is cool. It's just personal choice, but I like the spaciness of it. It's how it was designed. But yes, in order to get it to fit over the brake caliper, you have to cut the wheel cover, and that's so not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a second-hand one from one that might be a bit tatty, might have some scratches on it or some damage or something like that, so I won't feel too bad about cutting it up, and then I can keep my original one perfect condition. I'll put it away in storage with all the other sort of original parts that I'm keeping safe. For example, the tyres had never been ridden on, so I didn't use the tyres at all. I just immediately put them away safely and replaced them. So I still have the original Sinclair tyres. They do say Sinclair on them, and that's too cool. They wouldn't be greatest as tyres anyway. They'd be old and not very grippy. The rubber would be hard. Hello, what's going on in here? I know what they're filming today. Don't scrape the sides, don't scrape the sides, don't scrape the sides. Okay, we're good. Right. Usual stopping off point. I thought it'd be busier. Busier here today. What's the time? It is 4 o'clock. I guess it's still a little bit early. Early for the students. My back brake needs adjusting. 100% my handbrake is not working anymore. It's the rear brake cable has got slack, and it kind of seems a bit pointless spending much time adjusting it with if I'm about to completely replace it anyway. Okay, it's quiet here. I'm going to go down into the main area, down to the bottom of the park, and we'll see who's down there and connect to Twitch at the same time. Skirt, skirt. Well, that made it worse. Poor little dog jumped out of his skin. Right, let's send it down the hill. Any skaters here today? Nope, no skateboarders. That's over. Too busy to let it go mad down here. Feel the G's! Right, I'll pull up down here and connect to Twitch. See who's around. Let's stop up here. Wow, it's quiet here today. Right, back in a minute, going to connect to Twitch. Catch you all in a minute. Okay, looks like I'm back. Looks like I might even have some stream health. There's a first. Wonder how long that'll last. Okay, view my stream. Just suddenly aware of the music alongside me. Music equals copy strike, so I better get moving before I get into trouble. Oh, welcome Arcadia Drift, thank you for the follow. Always grateful for every follow. Thanks for that. Let me mosey on. Yeah, mosey on before I get a copy strike from the music. The little boating pond is open, but just no one's using it. That's a shame. I guess also it's a little early for people to have finished university. It's a lot quieter here than I thought. Maybe, as I say, I guess it's still an hour before university and work and stuff tends to chuck out. So maybe people aren't here yet. Maybe I've come out a bit too early. Maybe I'll do a lap around Greenwich or something, just kill some time. Oh, no worries. Cheers, boys. Let's go left for now.
How do parents go?
I'm a bit reticent to go straight into it. It's all right, I see you, it's okay.
Is this for hire from somewhere?
No, it's mine.
Oh, it's yours?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they were made in 1985.
Right.
It was like an early attempt at making an electric vehicle.
Oh.
So it's half bicycle and half electric go-kart.
Oh, wow.
And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. But is it like, I mean, when you ride this, do you need some sort of, because it's electric, do you need some sort of license for it?
No, so it was made to, they designed it to sort of within the rules of the law. So anyone over the age of 14 is allowed to ride. It's road legal for anyone over 14.
Oh, really?
You don't need a license or insurance. It basically counts as an electric bicycle.
Oh, wow. What's the maximum speed it goes?
So legally 15 miles an hour.
Okay.
You can fit a second battery and wire it up right and do it's not a lot of work, but a bit of work, and it'll do about 25, sort of 25,
wow.
maybe 30. But you don't really want to go above about 25.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's only 3 wheels, it gets a bit hairy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So sometimes I use it just to pop down to the shops because it's easier than using the car.
Yes.
And most of the time I'm just out having a ride for the fun of it.
Electric as well.
Yes, so
wow.
it's mostly electric. So you just pedal to get moving, and then you use the battery, the motor takes over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's it.
Nice.
Lovely. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Oh, you're very welcome. Have an awesome afternoon.
Yeah,
Cheers.
take care.
Right, okay. I'll go into Greenwich. I'm so sorry for anyone on the stream if the stream gets dropped. It can get really iffy in Greenwich and by the Cutty Sark. I probably shouldn't have connected up to Twitch yet. So yeah, I'm sorry if the stream does get really choppy or if the stream gets dropped. But I'll come back into the park and I won't log in again until I'm going to stay where the stream's going to be steady. I won't take up your time. I'll ask you to keep coming back. So yeah, it can get a bit hit and miss from here. They see me rolling, they hating, they're trolling, trying to catch me riding nerdy, trying to catch me riding nerdy. Okay, weird shit going on with the GoPro as well as Twitch. I'm gonna just sit in the traffic. It's much safer where people can see you. There's room for me to sneak down the side, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just make sure everyone knows exactly where I am. No squish, please. Give you a backie. Oh shit. I think the front brake cable just slipped. That's not ideal. Luckily I've done the downhills for today. I'll just be going up hills. I think the disc brake mod might be coming just in time. Yep, GoPro's playing up again. I think it's to do with the SD card perhaps having corrupted, oh, I don't know what the equivalent to a corrupted sector is for an SD card, but that's what all the Googling I've done suggests, is it's corrupted SD card, corrupted files, some bollocks like that. God knows how, but it is what it is. So I think what I'll have to do is a low-level format of the SD card. There's an piece of software you can get from, I think, Philips, that does a proper low-level format of an SD card, and it'll mark any bad sectors, equivalent to bad sectors. We've got building work going on here. What are they up to? Are they making a slipway or? Interesting. You can see the river is at very low tide. It doesn't usually get much lower than this. Very, very, very quiet today. I've still only got euros on me. I could use some British cash. Get a ice cream or something to drink. It's warm. There we go.
I think both are good. I think everyone should do both. The main reason I didn't wait for 4 is so I can get struggles to do things. Yeah. And then once, now that I'm struggling to do things, I need to do some legs. Yeah, the legs are really good.
Oh, here. Someone playing the guitar. Let's go and have a look. Oh, I don't want to scare the shit out of all the pigeons.
Oh my god!
They're coming to get you. There he is. Hello there, good. How you doing? You alright? I don't have any cash to give him. Feels really out of order listening to him and not giving him anything. Nice, very good. GG's, yeah. GG's. Oops. All right, man.
I'm chatting to people about sustainable transport. If you have a few minutes.
Yeah, right.
Just chatting about your C5.
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
Sweet.
You're a rare animal at the moment.
It is very much so, yes.
How long have you had it for?
Just over a year. It had spent its whole life in on display, basically. The first 20 years in an automotive museum down in Somerset, and then the next 17 years on display in a showroom of a guy who sold ride-on lawnmowers. And he just loved them, and he had a couple. He had two for sale. This one that was basically still in bubble wrap on the shelf, and another one that was in the packing crate. It had never even been opened. And so this was built at the very end of 1984, but they went on sale in January 85. So obviously it was the first attempt at making an electric vehicle, and it bombed horrendously. The world wasn't ready for the idea of a sort of tiny little EV, a personal EV. Because they were so expensive. Well, it wasn't actually. It was £399. So it's just that people, the battery range was about 12 miles, which is enough if you're just doing a bit of sort of local commuting or a bit of, you know, to the station or something like that. But the biggie was the visibility in traffic. People were concerned about that, and the British weather, and people weren't ready for the idea of a small sort of one-person EV. But everyone's got electric bikes, they've got e-bikes, e-scooters. It's not such a wacky idea these days. I've got a modern battery in this. It'll do 18 miles and charge in 4 hours. I'm literally just setting it up to fit a second one, which will give me a 35-mile range, and it weighs 4 kilos rather than a big old lead acid battery. A lot of guys fit modern motors to them, and those things will pull like a truck, so it'll take you straight up a hill without having to pedal or anything like that. And it's just a lot of fun. So street rides.
It doesn't look like an ancient machine. Actually,
No, it doesn't.
It's very streamlined.
Oh, I wouldn't have known at all.
The number of people who stop me asking me where they can buy one every single time I come out. Anyone under the age of sort of 35, 40 has probably never seen it before. Yeah. That with modern technology in it, that with modern technology in it, it would be quite viable. If you can keep the price down, when you consider the basic e-scooter will start at about £350 to £400. But if you could keep the price down to around sort of 900 maybe, then there'd probably be a viable alternative with a modern hub motor. Yeah, it's about 800 now, give or take. Yeah, 800 or 900 now. So if you keep it to a similar sort of price range, second-hand, well, obviously second-hand, the current selling price up until literally just a few weeks ago, you'd say 700 to 1,000. Literally in the last month, you'd now start saying starting at around 1,000 for one that's in sort of electric skateboard, fantastic. One that's in sort of immediately usable condition, you're probably looking at about 1,000.
Wow.
But that would leave you for dead going up a hill. But you could fit, it's quite easy to modify this. It wouldn't cost an awful lot to modify it to 24 volts, put a twist grip on it, and then it'll pull straight up a hill without thinking about it. It's got the ability to.
That's wicked, man.
But people are definitely interested in them in terms of sustainable transport. Young people don't think twice about it. And I would say it's 80% of people are like, I want to go, and I'd quite happily let them have a go around the park. And just think it's just great fun, because it is, and 20% of people think it's hilarious, which it also is.
Six boxes, eh?
Yeah.
Why not?
I remember seeing sort of videos or something on the news about when they were launched, and they did look ridiculous.
Yeah.
They were your own sort of little vehicles on the road.
Yeah.
Hardly any bikes around.
Yes, that's it. Much better bicycle paths now and support for cycling.
Buses roaring and taxis roaring past and stuff like that, and you think, oh no, not for me.
Yeah. In fairness, sorry.
You know, I can imagine it would be scary, especially with like proper petrol guzzlers next to you.
In-
It'd stink as well.
In fairness, I've found that most road users have been really considerate of me. Most people, again, it's the novelty factor of holy crap, it's a C5, so they want to come and have a look, or it's like wow. But it only takes the one person to squish you, and that's the thing, is it only takes one person. But it's so much better. There's better support for cycle lanes, batteries are better, the emissions of vehicles are so much better. You can sit behind a bus without choking. It is very, very different. And as buses increasingly electrify and things like that, everything else increasingly electrifies, it's I think they're completely viable. I think it was just 40 years too soon.
So what's the cycling part of that?
So you pedal just to get moving. Then when you come to a hill, it hasn't really got the guts to take you up a hill, so you have to just sort of pedal assisted. So legally, it's an electrically assisted bicycle, so it's road legal for anyone over the age of 14, and you can ride it anywhere you can legally ride a bicycle.
Amazing.
So legally, it's a bike.
Awesome. Do you want to hear our spiel about Sustrans?
Yeah, go for it, why not?
Awesome. Do you know Sustrans?
I don't know, you guys know. You're live on YouTube, so no pressure. Twitch chat? No, I think it just drop the stream from Twitch.
Sustainable transport.
Sure.
So effectively it's charity. Try and make it easier for people to cycle, walk, wheel, E5s around. We don't really mind going about something. It's all about active travel. So the signs are all about the National Cycle Network. It's 12,500 miles of network, all making it easier for people to walk around. Essentially we do little infrastructure changes which just make it easier for people to get about. Clever little cut-throughs. We've done a lot of things with blocking off roads recently, because I suppose this is your realm of interest as well, but quarter of journeys in the mile, quarter of journeys in the UK under a mile take place by car still. So we're thinking, how do you change that? It's a bit of a mental problem. And well, we talk about cycling a lot, but I'm sure you'll probably, if this was more active, people would probably feel the same. So 61% of adults don't feel safe cycling in Britain on the road. So we try and change the infrastructure which gives people more confidence to do that, and of course we want the children to be out cycling as well, and if we don't feel confident, the kids won't have.
That's really cool.
So you'll have noticed roads blocked off next to schools recently,
right?
Because like catchment areas in London are so narrow. What you're doing driving a Jeep or Mercedes to get your kid to school, so so we block the roads off, deters parents, and then when kids come out of school, there's 300 kids all on scooters, etc. Just safe in the road. So if you want to have a look online, it's Sustrans.
That's cool.
It's amazing, man.
Because I've just come back had a week in Berlin. Went out there to see Rammstein, but scooters are everywhere. On the first night, my partner went off to see Green Day, and I was like, what am I going to do? It's like, I'm going to have a go on one of the e-scooters. So I set up the app, jumped on it. It was like, all right, that's it. I didn't use public transport for the rest of the whole time I was there. Literally every single journey was on a little e-scooter. There are thousands. You can't, if you haven't been there, you cannot imagine what it's like. There are thousands of them.
I met a chap from a town in Kazakhstan.
Wow, awesome.
He works for a sustainable transport charity in Kazakhstan.
Amazing.
And they have a big problem with e-scooters. Like, they love them and they're amazing for the city, but the city's on a hill.
Oh,
so
gosh.
Everyone rides them down.
Okay.
And then doesn't take them all.
Oh, no way.
Rides them up to the top,
okay, but doesn't bring them down.
So they all end at one side of the city.
So they've had very clever things of what they do with that. So the various let's call them operators, they'll do things like certain scooters have a star on it when you look at it on the app, and they will basically give you 5 minutes of free usage if you'll ride it sort of 400 meters away from where it is. They'll give you 20 minutes of free usage if you take it and swap a battery, and so they reward users for doing the infrastructure support or the logistics for them.
Awesome.
So they've had a really clever way around it. And yeah, I mean, in fairness, you can't compare Berlin to London. The roads are so completely different. They're so wide, and their cycle network is just unbelievable.
That comes with time, isn't it?
It's physically very different. It's so very different that one lane of their roads will be the entire width of ours. But it's certainly something to draw inspiration from. But it's fantastic out there, and the e-scooters are just so practical, and cycling everywhere. You'd love it. You'd absolutely love it if you get it. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, fantastic. Oh, brilliant. Is it similar there?
Yeah. Lots of. I mean, it's quite almost like American towns. It's kind of like gritty.
Okay, yeah.
So there's lots of like straight roads, etc. to get around. So it's very different to London, but still like because I mean on my job I read about the changes that were revised. There's a lot of scope to develop our infrastructure and make the changes.
Yeah.
And you'll see things that pop up, and then you think, hey, we contributed to that, so it's super cool.
That's awesome.
And rural areas are rough for cycling as well in the UK. So
okay.
there's massive scope to change.
I'll
let you get on.
Sweet. Have a good one.
I appreciate that.
Nice to meet you. Cheers, guys. Right, head back into the park. They were interesting guys. Sorry, photobomb. Looks like I've really caught the lights. I'll have to wait for them all to go red again. There's my chance. Oh shit, I just lost my front brake. Bad times have just ensued. That's interesting, I've not long replaced that. I wonder if it's just the nut has slipped, if the cable's slipped through the nut. This might have to be a short ride, unless I can find a spanner. That was a very angry bus driver, dropping the C-bomb out the window at full volume. He was not happy with one of the drivers back there. Oh, we're going straight across. Yes, let's take a shortcut. Aha, shortcut. I wonder if one of the police cars, if it is just that the cable has slipped through the brake caliper, through the nut, if one of the police cars in the park might have some basic tools in it. All I need is a 10mm spanner. Where can I find a 10mm spanner? I'm not letting anyone have a go on it when I'm down to one brake. Somewhere under the shade to stop up for a minute and see if I can figure out what's gone on with the front brake. Park's looking a bit busier, so my brake has gone just in time for the park to get busy. Content. So I'll pull up there under the trees, out of the way, and see if I can figure out what's going on. Right, let's stop up here. Yeah, my back brake is not so good. Both of them need adjusting. I'm going to pause the stream because it's not going to be much fun peering around underneath this. Well, not the stream, the video. Back in a sec. Okay, that didn't take long. The brake cable has actually snapped. It's snapped down here. There's no repairing that on the go. So I think that is possibly the end of my ride for today. Or go home. I think I've got a couple of spares at home. see if I can fix that and come back out. Because I'm not done. I'd like to, yeah, I'm enjoying having a bit of a ride. So I might go and do a bit of a repair and come back. That was my flag hitting a tree. What? There we go. Sorry, just checking that, right, given that the GoPro's been playing up today. Full of technical hitches today. It's interesting that the front brake has snapped twice. I wonder why. And is the brake that I tend to use the most, as the rear brake has a tendency to lock up. So maybe it's just, I say, sort of too much pressure on it. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting, the idea of Berlin and London are really incomparable. Their roads are so different. You'll see the size of this sort of road I'm going up now. This would be one lane going in one direction. Their roads are huge, and the volume of traffic is a fraction of London, and their population is between a third and a half of London as well. So there really is sort of no comparing the two cities. You can't really pick up things from the one from there and drop it here. We're going to need specific solutions. Right, I'll just head straight out. Sorry. Head straight back, see if the cables I've got at home are long enough, if I can fix the front brake, and then I'll come back out. Do a pit stop. I wonder if there's any content or interest in recording changing the cable. Oh, I might as well, why not? People can always skip it if they're not interested. That's the joy of YouTube, is that you don't have to watch anything you don't want to. If there's a bit you're not interested in, you can just skip it. It's so that easy. So yeah, maybe I'll record film changing the cable over. And you can see how simple it is to maintain. I'm really not liking being down to one brake. Oh, I just got lights. Oh, timing. very windy across the heath. I bet it's a bit windy as I open my mouth. Gust came along so loud I can barely hear myself. It's windy AF across the heath. I don't know if you're picking this up on the microphone or not. You can hear how windy it is. Apologies if you can. But generally the windshield on the microphone does a pretty good job. I have no idea how early I'm going to have to start braking on just the rear brake. Stop looking at me and drive your car, please. That bump is hard. I don't know if you can see the police horses on the streamer very well. Okay, this is my usual stopping off point. I shall stop off here, head home, fix the brake cable, and I'll be back in a bit. Cheers. Okay, so here we are. I happen to have a cable lurking around because this snapped maybe 2 weeks ago, so I brought a couple at the time. Yeah, I'm a little concerned is overstating it as to why it would snap a second time so soon, what it is that's going on that makes it is making it snap so quickly. So yeah, that is, oh, I didn't really, should have shown you that. I'll show you when I take it off. Well, I can show you now. If I lift this up, it is a special stand and base. There's plans that you can get through the C5 group of a way of standing it upright, which makes it a lot easier to work on and a lot easier to store, which is the big problem I have. I've got so much stuff. Then up here, so this is the front wheel cover I was saying about earlier that I really don't want to have to cut for the brake caliper. Well, yeah, let's call it brake caliper for the disc brake conversion. The disc will fit under it, but the caliper itself needs to sit up here. There we go, come on, there we are. So there is no way I am cutting that. It's just not going to happen. And here we have, I was sure I crimped an end onto that. So it's just a 10 mil nut, 10 mil bolt. I just hope that this type of end is sort of going to work for the handlebar, the brake lever. There we go. Should just pull through. When I fitted this the other day, I put some PTFE spray, dry PTFE on it to help lubricate the cable. There we go, 1X cable. Let me grab the PTFE. Feeling there might be more cables here. Gear cable kit, but it looks like it's just the, well, maybe I'll take it with me just in case. And the PTFE. Tron. That's another project I'm working on. A virtual pinball machine I'm making. Shitloads of tools. Some shelves that I made. Little bat-shaped shelf. And I shouldn't put that there. A coffin-shaped shelf. Just stuff that I'm making. Right. And that is a generic Jammer arcade machine. And this is, under all of this, is I took a real old wine barrel and converted it into a Donkey Kong machine. I made all of that myself. Okay, anywho, I digress. Parkour. Right, let's feed this through and hope that the end will fit, because it's kind of the wrong kind. You usually want the, I'm going to say rounded kind, but this is rounded, but the other kind of rounded. There it is, under there. How do I do this? Where's the... Does it go through like that? No. I'm trying to feel where the cable will feed through. Is that it? Oh, is the old one jammed in place? And that's going to... Damn, yes it is. Flipping it, I'm going to need to knock that out first. Right. There we go. So yes, that's what I meant by the other kind of rounded. So this one, the other one went like that, and this one goes like that. This might not be big enough to hold. Maybe. It's looking good. Let's go with this. As it comes out. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so we shall... I should have kept the old cable around first. Yeah, I'll cut this to length a bit first, so I'm not greasing the entire cable and feeding the whole thing in. Yeah, that's a bin. No, that's a YouTube stream and a half. Streaming in the bin. Right, so a bit more than necessary to be on the safe side. Keep the correct bit, bin the rest. Double check that you kept the correct bit. So I'll grab a piece of tissue, just fold the tissue up into a rectangle, and then, right, move my hair out of the bloody way. So connect this in through the bottom and in there, bring the cable up, spray shitloads of PTFE onto it. So the Lotus here, I mentioned it on stream earlier, I'm umming and ahhing about whether to rebuild the engine and put it back in, because I've got some epic power upgrades that would make it quite impressive, or whether to electrify it. And I can't help thinking that long-term electrification is the only sort of sustainable or long-term option, that at some point it'll just end up unusable unless it's electric. So why bother with the time and expense of rebuilding the engine now, and just go straight for electrifying it now. Okay, so that's plenty of PTFE on there. It'll help lubricate the cable. It'll help it in terms of both going in and just sort of reduce friction when in use. Feed that up under there, that goes over there, and there we go. That's it. That is the cable fed and into position. It'll poke out the other end. When I lift the front up, you'll see it. There we go. There's the cable coming out now. Let me ditch this. Now I need snips. Was there? Oh, nothing in that one. Ah, I think I possibly shouldn't have binned the packet. I chucked it in the wrong bin as well. Yay, bin view! Is there? Yes, there is a small end to crimp onto it. There we go. Get the crimper. Tools everywhere. Tools and projects and stuff and awesomeness. I am very lucky to be able to do these things. So this is a stool that I made for my Donkey Kong barrel. It started life as a red Motul oil drum, and it's supposed to be the oil drum that you see at the very start of the game in Donkey Kong. So I made two stools the same because it's like a two-player one. So yes, parkour. Let me focus. This now comes down through here. Is there something blocking it? That's weird. Feels like there's something obstructing it. There we go. Oh, that doesn't help. Damn. So it started the end fraying ever so slightly. I'm going to have to snip that off. Luckily, it'll be in the section that's way past out of the way. Okay. Come on, don't be a dick this time. Don't make it fray. Make it frame. There we go. Come through that. Oh no, that goes that way. There we go. Right. And then this just feeds in through a hole under there. It's just the same as a bicycle. It is a bicycle caliper. Right. This is the amount of wear on this brake these little pads that I bought. They've not been on there long. You can see, oh wow, looks like it's been rubbing against the tyre. I think while I'm here, I'll adjust this pad down a little. So now, what you have to do, where did I put the spanner? And don't say he's behind the camera, behave. Put the PTFE back while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so what you have to do is pull the caliper together, hold it as best you can, pull this through until it's tightish, and then tighten this. And hope that I'm clamping. Nope, I'm not. I'm already let these slip. So loosen this up a bit. This is what I did last time, exactly the same sort of ballet dance of trying to balance everything out. Right, you little fuck up. There you go. Clamp that shut, pull this through, and tighten this fucker up before my grip loosens on the fucking caliper. No, that's rubbish. That's not going to do the job. It's already gone. Wow, the amount of damage to that tyre. I'm going to have to order a new one. Schwalbe Road Cruiser. Schwalbe. Right, try again. So pull them two. It'll be easier through. There we are. Right. Pull that down. Tighten this. And hope I've got the balancing act right. I'll go with yes, as that's kind of rubbing. Let me operate the cable a bit. Right, now I need to adjust this pad. Move it down a tiny bit. There we go. So it's no longer touching the tyre. Oh, come on, you bug up. There we are. Double check. Yep, that's working. Tighten this a bit more just to be on the safe side. Yep. Now I'll clip this down to about there so it's not. There's some marking and damage on the fork. Clip the cable down a bit and crimp the end onto it. I hope this is visible and this hasn't all just been a dark blur of nonsense that you can't see. Me just umming and ahhing. There's the crimp on end and the crimp. So, how's that bastard thing coming undone already? How weird is that? Maybe it's because it's gear cable and not brake cable. It's behaving very, very differently. Which way are you? Am I winding you up or winding you down? You're winding me up. Winding it up or winding it down. Winding it or unwinding it. Flipping heck. Pro streamer. Talking bollocks. Bruh. Drop that in there. Or not. Damn. That's really quite frayed already. That's not messing about. Come here, little fucker. I've never had a cable fray like this before. Trying to get this in the right one. No, that's not going to do the job. You then. There we go. There we are. Done. Put the spanner back. Back. Put the crimp where it lives. Ready for where I'm expecting it to be. And that's that done. I'm going... Oh no, the last thing to do is fit this back on. So it goes under there, over there, and there are two clips that fit onto the fork and two, I don't know what you call it, sort of brackets, holes that go onto the axle, and then it clicks into place. That's it. Done. Right, I'm going to bugger off and start the stream again. I'll start it from by the pond, I think. See you in a minute. So, once again, GoPro's being a dick. Had to remove the USB power bank and remove the battery from it. It was crashed and wouldn't restart. But yes, here we are. So the front brake is working just fine. Cheers! So, yeah, got the front brake working, and just as I'd finished, stopped recording, I suddenly remembered that I wanted to adjust the rear brake, and I've done that as well. That took literally like 30 seconds. That was trivial. Exactly the same as on a bicycle when you need to adjust the cable tension. You've got the little thumb screw and a nut. So yeah, I tightened up the rear brake cable a little bit. The front brake seems to be working just fine. Let's have another go. Take two. Or if you've ever watched Inglourious Bastards, take two if you don't want to get busted as a spy. I managed to punt my phone mount. Oh, there's someone on a very quick e-bike. Right. Back into the park again. Bop, 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 bop. He's enjoying his car. Pop, 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 pop. I think I will go straight down the hill. I can't remember if I said that out loud, if I just thought it a minute ago. So yeah, head straight to the hill and go straight down to the bottom half of the park. See if it's lively. Instagrammer on the left. That's him doing their classic Instagram selfie, enjoying herself. Don't know if it's a wannabe influencer or just plain influencer. Me, wannabe YouTuber. I don't really consider myself to be a YouTuber as much as I make videos for YouTube. I simply record my rides and put them on YouTube. It's nice if people want to come along and want to check them out at all. Very, very grateful, really appreciate anyone and everyone that spends some of their time sort of with me, so to speak. Super appreciative of that. Say anything at the time, but that dude had some epic tattoos. I don't know if you could see them as we were going by. Obviously it can be different people take it differently when you're sort of just making an observation, so I didn't want to say anything in earshot in case he'd have been unhappy about it. But yeah, it looks like he had a lot of really cool work done there. Letting the speed go a bit more than I should. Right, try again. Pull in here, stop, and connect to Twitch. Right. Back in a second, I'll try and connect to the stream. I don't say anything. It stays up for about, well, that's what she said, for seconds, and then goes down. I set him up, not you knock him down. Comedy gold. Comedy gold if you're about 15. Which sounds about right for my sense of humour. Do we actually have a stream? Might actually be here. Are we here? We're back. Welcome back everyone, at long last. It's been forever, sorry about that. It's been an absolute mission. Get Stream Manager up and running. There we go. Right, we're back and we're bad. Yeah, so we're down in Greenwich Park again. I've replaced the brake cables, brake cable. I've adjusted the rear brake cable, and I'm just going to go around in circles for a bit, I think. It's a bit more lively now. It's gone 5 o'clock, people have finished work, and like, oh, can you see over in the distance? Oh, I'm going to see if I can catch them. A couple of people on those, like, I don't even know what they're called, it's like a single electric wheel. That's fantastic. They're absolutely epic. There you go, can you see them over there? Absolute legends. They're like straight out of Paperboy, old arcade game from the 80s. Those are awesome. Sorry. I couldn't quite figure out which way that lady was going. Small dog. Yeah, this must be really, really hot weather for dogs. Tiny child. And a tiny dog. And that is the Royal Observatory. And on the left you can just about see, it might be a bit small on stream, you can just about make out the General Wolfe statue on the left between the trees. And there isn't a cloud in the sky. This is fantastic. I keep saying I'm going to do it. One of these days I'll actually do it. So on top of the Royal Observatory you can see on the left hand, it's not really a turret, but let's go with turret. Why not? It's not even a tower. You can see a red ball, and that's the time ball. And that rises up, I think it rises at 11:55 and drops at 11:58. No, sorry, 12:55 and drops at 12:58, something along those lines. And it was for back in the day, for ships to set their ship clock to. So they would set their time to that before heading out onto the high seas. Piracy and adventure, or probably shitloads of tedium and terror in storms. Yes, that's the Royal Observatory. Skirt, skirt. And this is just the other half of the park, which is usually like the quieter half. Let me sit out of the way, sit in the middle of the path. So this is usually the quieter half of the park. Yeah, that's right. I've seen livelier days. Let me just sort out my flag, it's having a moment. Just go around in circles for a bit, I think. Yeah, why not? Alright boys. Skirt, skirt. here a minute. There we go. Back here again. It was a bit more lively last week. There's lots of people here. They're just a bit more subdued. Is it too warm to do stuff? Last week there were loads of people up here playing frisbee and some people dancing and all manner of stuff going on. And there's a cool e-scooter over there. I want one. I wonder if anyone has made one where the steering column will fold down, just like on a metal clip, so that it'll easily sort of fold down, so you can use it to commute to your train station, fold the steering column down, pull it up onto a single wheel, then you can wheel it around on a train or whatever, do your commute, and then use it at the other end. Or am I giving away ideas again that I should be patenting? I can't remember what it was. I'm going to have to watch my own streams now because I had a good idea the other day as well. Right, let's go for a mosey. This isn't exactly scintillating content, is it? Right. Unpredictable child. He's having none of it. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nothing happening here. No boats out, nothing going on. Quiet times. Let's go back over to the other side. Sad times. Sad. Let's go up this way. Oh, that dog is having fun. I think I might just sit here for a while. Fuck it, why not? Been over here, and I'm just going to have to sit for a bit. In which case, that makes for dull AF content. So, oh no, I'm on stream. I don't know if I actually have any viewers that matter. If that's me counting as a viewer, or if I actually have a viewer. If I actually have a viewer, I don't want to just stop the stream. That would be shit, having asked them to log in. Otherwise, I would just stop recording for now and just sit and hang out for 15 minutes or 20 minutes in the sun.
Excuse me.
Hello there.
If I take a picture?
Yeah, of course you can.
It's a long time since I've seen a C5.
Yeah, yeah. This is before I bought this. The only time I'd ever seen one was in a museum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A mate of mine bought one when they first came.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, he was lucky.
His dad had one.
Okay, yeah.
He used to bomb around in it. But
Awesome.
yes, if you don't mind.
Of course you may. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Do you want to go?
No, I can't. I've got to go. But
All right, no worries.
thanks.
Have a good one. That's a shame. I would have happily let him have a go. the other view, which is a cool view, is excuse me, the Royal Maritime Museum is the large building that's nearby. Apart from the corridors with the pillars, it's not a particularly ornate building, and behind it you can just see the domes of what was the Royal Naval College and is now Greenwich University. I can hear music in the distance. I hope it's sufficiently far and sufficiently quiet that I won't get a copy strike. Playing their 90s bangers, 90s hip hop bangers. I'm gonna sneeze, sorry. Stream lurgies. I want to just sort of zoom around a bunch. If I was only on YouTube, I would, but because I've asked people to log in on Twitch, I'll drop the stream if I move from sort of down around this area, and that would be crappy. There's not an awful lot going on down here right now.
You're gonna nail this thing. Not too hard.
Let's go for a squiz around in a figure eight on the paths, because why not? That's what I'm supposed to be here for. Especially riding my C5, not me sitting in the sun next to my C5. Right, let's send it down this way. So another of the mods that I've got yet to do to this is a mod and upgrade. I'm not sure it counts as either really. It was an optional extra that you could buy back in the day, was to fit indicators to it. So that's something that I'm going to do. I've got pretty much everything I need, I think. I just need to get off my arse and get around to fitting them. Hey Ella, thank you for joining me. I'm just riding around in circles at the moment. There's not an awful lot going on down here right now. And the park it's sort of, there's lots of people, but it's subdued, it's not lively. I guess it's just too warm. So it's busy without being busy. Let's go this one. All right, come down onto the grass.
Come down onto the grass?
Yeah, down there. Yeah, sure, man. Right, let me teach you how to use it. So
And
first,
to drive a car should be too different.
it's completely different.
Oh,
it's
God.
much easier.
Much easier.
Yeah, way easier. So it's basically like a cross between a bicycle and electric go-kart. So you just pedal to get moving.
Yeah.
Brakes are like a bicycle. It's only got 3 wheels, so don't turn too hard or too fast because it will tip over if you turn at speed.
Okay.
And once pedal once you're moving, that there.
On the grass.
Stay on the grass,
on the
please.
grass,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if anything does go wrong, it's only on grass. And that is the power button. So once you're
Yeah.
moving, press that, and the motor will take over.
Right.
But don't push it until it's
So I
moving.
don't have to pedal the whole time.
No. And you're on YouTube, so no pressure.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like your shoes.
thank you.
Now push and hold the button. I don't think he quite got this. Brakes, like a bicycle. Yeah, that's the one. There you go. Oh, yeah, best not to stand in it like that. It's only made of plastic.
Can't get my foot out.
Forwards a bit.
Forward a bit.
There you go.
There we go.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
mate.
No worries. Cheers. Have a good one. Bless him. Don't think he quite grasped that, but that's all good. There's 30 seconds isn't long to really figure it out. So yes, the GoPro crashed. It took out Twitch with it. So I'm not going to bother connecting back to Twitch. It's not fair on viewers. They're just going to end up being with the stream being dropped all the time. So I'll keep this as just a YouTube thing for now, which also means that I can go wherever I like and I can stop whenever I like. I don't have to worry about letting viewers down. So I might, oh, look at that sky, it looks amazing. I might just pause here for a bit and just enjoy being out in an incredible warm evening. Oh, fantastic old school drop handlebar bike. Words, I can't words, pro streamer. Yeah, it's like mine. Old school. Yeah, maybe it's just too warm today. Everyone is just really subdued and quiet. I really thought it would be far more lively. It's an incredible, incredible afternoon. I thought it would be much more lively than this. It's not that early. Yeah, it's nearly 6 o'clock. So the students will be done from the university and people will be finishing work. So yeah, I thought it'd be livelier than this. Hey ho. Oh, this is fucked up. There we go. Fuck it, let's ride around in circles. Why not? That's why I'm here. I came out for a ride. Sorry about that. GoPro is a colossal knob and decided to crash. Right, where was I going to go? Let's go around that way. Right, let's head this way. I can't win. Wherever I go, I am in the way. However, being YouTube only now, it frees me to go wherever the bloody hell I like. So I'm going to go out of this entrance on the left, because I don't think I've ever been out here. Well, certainly not since I was a child. And see what's here. And then go into Greenwich from here. Probably a butt ton of traffic, I'm guessing, is what's down here. And I'd be better off going out the other exit. But the whole point is to have a wander around and see what I can see. Oh, hell. Let's go and hold up some traffic and be a colossal knob. Right, I'm going to sit at these traffic lights because I'm too easy to get squished. So sitting at lights seems like a really good idea to me. Yep, just double checking we're still alive. GoPro's been a colossal dick this afternoon. Right, here we go. They will not expect to see this come out on the side turning. Lol. I swear that sign I just passed said baggage route. What? What the heck is a baggage route? Hello there. Yeah. Right, this is going to be interesting. I need to be in the other lane. And that's where the fast traffic goes, and where I get in the way. Okay, lights have gone red. That works for me. Okay, this is actually working out alright for me. No queue at the ice cream shop, gotta admit I'm tempted. Wait, what? Have they moved? No, I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to get squished by that bus. So I'd make the unique content once. Hey at least I'm not the obstruction. All right. No, I'm not doing that. In traffic like this, I'm never the obstruction anyway. Hello again. Oops, sorry. Oh, come on, Pidgey. Bumping. Look at that. That is sunny AF. 2 seconds. Cover my password. A number of times I was near as damn it giving that away on the stream. I've had to edit it out several times before posting to YouTube. Oh wow, that's awesome. Can you see there's a dude on a kayak? Is it a kayak with an outrigger? There's something going on. Is it at the side or at the front? I can't quite tell from here. That's so cool. Yeah, it's a kayak with some kind of sort of outrigger. I'll move over there and stand on the side so you can see. Check this out. Kayaking down the Thames. That's freaking epic. I went on a kayaking trip about 4, maybe 5 years ago, and went down the Colorado River, and it's one of the best experiences of my life. I loved every minute of it, and I can't wait to go and do it again. It was absolutely epic. I wonder where he put in and where he, I don't know, takes out. Whatever the opposite of putting in is. As you can see, I am not a kayaking expert. I just had an amazing day kayaking. It's something I would like to do more. I did enjoy it a lot. Although I swim like a brick. So yeah, it's not usually a high priority activity, that sort of thing for me. I do like going, I'm a bit of an amateur surfer when I get the chance as well. Which again isn't recommended for someone who's not a strong swimmer. I don't actually have any natural buoyancy. I know most people do, I just don't. GoPro crapped out again. It's been a colossal jeb end this evening. Oh, this afternoon, this evening, take your pick. Today, it's been a colossal jeb end. Yes, I think what I need to do is do a low-level format of the SD card and see if that resolves it. Hopefully it will. Hello there. The sarcastic answer is I got it from 1985. They're really old. They're antiques, basically. You can only find them on eBay these days. So it was an early attempt at making an electric vehicle. It didn't do very well at the time. Well, you only sort of have to pedal to get moving or up really steep hills.
Yeah.
But with...
It just rides, like you don't have to pedal at some point.
Oh yeah. Do you want to go? You have to be really careful because there's loads of people around. So what you do, you just pedal to get moving. Brakes are just like a bicycle, and the steering is just the same as a bicycle. No worries. Don't turn when it's going really fast. Don't turn too hard because it's only 3 wheels, and so it can tip over.
I'm just
going if you're going fast. So yeah, so those are the brakes, and that like a bicycle. And under your left thumb, 2 seconds, that there is the power. Don't push it till you're moving. Give it a couple of pedals, push the button.
Okay.
And hold the button. Hold the button.
Okay.
Hold it down. Brace. No, you're fine, go ahead, it's all right, enjoy yourself. It's all right, hold the button down. Just hold the button down, it'll do the work for you. There you go. Don't be afraid of it. Just don't hit anything.
I'm good.
This is so cool.
It's fun. Whoops, wrong button.
I braked it.
Yeah.
I braked it. Oh my
Sweet.
god, this is so fun.
It's a giggle, isn't it?
Wow, and it actually just moved, like it's actually electric.
How much?
Yeah. So if you can buy one, they tend to go between sort of 800 and £1,000 these days. So if you think that an electric scooter is going to start at about 400 quid. But then obviously they're rare, they're really rare. So I stream my rides to YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, you'll be on YouTube at some point tonight or tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe and all of that. C5 Live UK. If you take a picture of the back, I need all the followers I can get. I'm like a really small channel, I just started out, so
We'll subscribe.
you're legends, thank you very much.
Take care.
Cheers, have a great afternoon, nice meeting you. Yeah, they were awesome, really nice. Right, where are these people going? And the cyclist. Right then, what am I going to do with this? I think the busier the traffic is and the more stopped they are, the easier it's going to be for me. I'll come around this way. There's someone coming around there though. Let the scooters and motorbikes, mopeds and motorbikes go by. Skirt. I think I preferred it when the police van was around. Everyone was going to be super careful with them around. Alright, boys. Alright, boys. Fuck it, let's ride around in circles. Okay, that's right. Let's have a ride. Whee! Is he going to boot the ball at me? Surely it must be worth enough points to boot a ball at. Where's this lady going? Okay, darling. And there's a tiny little black and white dog. Look at you with a little patch. It was brown and white. A little patch over your eye. Let's hover up here for a minute. What shall I do? I think I'm just going to sit in the grass for a while. I'll suspend the stream and just sit and chill for a bit. There we go. Nice view of the Royal Naval College. I shall, yeah, I'll pause the stream here for a bit. I'm just going to hang out for a little while, and I'll resume when I'm doing something. Catch you in a bit.
But like I've never actually seen one.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
And I had to come down here. It's just so fascinating.
So it's quite easy to use. It's just a case of knowing what you've got to do. So the brakes are literally just like a bicycle,
Right.
and steers like a bicycle. You pedal just a couple of times just to get moving. Once it's vaguely moving, that is the power button.
Okay.
Don't push it until it's moving because it'll stall the motor. But otherwise, that's it. Don't turn too hard or too fast because it's only 3 wheels, so it can sort of tip over. Stay on the grass, have fun.
Thank you.
So give it a couple of pedals. Remember where the brakes are. Give it a couple of pedals and press and hold the button. You can stop pedaling once the motor's doing its thing.
It's incredible.
It's a giggle. Go on, have a ride. It's fun, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah, so I stream my rides to YouTube and Twitch when I'm out, just because I found that when I was out riding around, people wanted to know about it. You just end up meeting people, and
it's just one of those. I think it's like one of those ideas that were a bit ahead of its time.
yeah,
probably.
I think so.
Yeah.
I
Do
think
you just like run on a normal like lead acid battery or something?
no, this has got a LifePo 4 battery in it
okay,
now.
so,
So
like,
the original batteries are all dead now.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that one will do about 18 miles. It's a 36 amp hour battery. Basically, the bigger battery you buy, the further it'll go. And there's a space under here to fit a second one. So I get about 18 miles out of that. It charges in 4 hours, and I'm just setting it up now. I'm in the middle of wiring it all up to fit a second battery, which will give me about 35 miles.
And you just run them in series, or?
Well, you can run them in parallel and get twice the distance.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some clever wiring with some relays and stuff, and wire it up so that you can be switchable. It'll be in 12 volts and you have double the distance.
Right.
24 volts and it'll do about 25 miles an hour. And so then switch it between series and parallel.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Is there any sort of like microcontroller, or is all?
There are two. So there's a controller in the back that sort of runs the motor, and so there's some op amps and a few bits and bobs in there and a relay.
Right.
Essentially, you only need the relay, to be honest. And there's a ULA in the pod that runs the lights. So the set of lights on this side are the battery life and the battery health, and the set of lights on this side are, it's like motor effort. And so if the lights start turning red, you have to start pedaling, but otherwise you can just let the motor do the work.
And how does it tell, say you don't have any power? Like, you could
Just-
still like, make it home?
Yeah, it'd be murderous to get up the hill.
Yeah, okay.
But on a sort of regular, sort of normal terrain, like around here, yes.
Yeah, and is it just some sort of chain drive?
Yeah, it's just a long ass chain to the back, just like a bicycle basically. So it's literally like a cross between a bicycle and an electric go-kart.
Right. And does it run like any sort of like differential, or?
No, there's
their wheels are quite close together though. So
yeah, so in the middle it's literally just the same as a bicycle on a sprocket, but on your left hand side, over here the motor is mounted there, and it's a belt drive to that wheel. And it's fairly straightforward. There's a gearbox within the electric motor to step up the torque.
But so these were manufactured by the same company that made the computers, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, yes and no. They were physically manufactured by Hoover, but they were designed, and they were sort of Hoover were physically building them for them. But yeah, they were Sinclair vehicles.
Industrialist. Or,
Clive Sinclair. Yeah.
What happened to the guy?
He passed away last year, actually. But this was pretty much his undoing. He sunk so much money into this, and it bombed. It just didn't do well at all.
No, but now, like, you see so many like electric bicycles around it, you know.
Yeah, e-scooters are ubiquitous. E-scooters and e-bikes. I was just saying to stream, I went to Berlin a couple of weeks ago, and in Berlin, e-scooters are everywhere.
No,
there are thousands of them.
I'm from Oslo. It's impossible to.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah, it's impossible to not get hit by one.
Having started using them over there, I'm addicted. I love e-scooters.
No,
I think they're superb.
I think they're really, really great.
Yeah.
It's like in Norway, it's so decentralized and free.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
It's just essentially there are hardly any rules other than the rules of the road.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
that's really cool.
Yeah, which I think is cool because like I remember people who were like using e-bikes even like 10 years ago, and it was illegal.
Yeah. It is here. I'm pretty sure e-bikes are
like ridiculous hurdles that just don't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know?
So e-scooters are still illegal over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're considering changing the laws at present. Personally, I think they're fantastic. I think
I think they're such a cool way to especially as like a last mile type of thing.
Yeah.
Around London,
exactly. Yeah, they're brilliant for that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And your
C5 Live UK. I need all this. Yeah. I need all the subs I can get. Thanks, man. Have a good one. A nice guy. Oh, that was cool. Oh wow, he's had a long old walk to come and see it. Oh, the other guy left. He could have had a go too, but hey ho. It's nice of him to come and say hello and ask about it. I think it's just unfortunately it happened to arrive at the same time. I thought they were together. Right, I'm going to pause the video again. And talking of e-scooters, fantastic. Yep, I'll pause the video again, back in a bit. Right, back again, just sat and hung out here for a while. I am going to do a figure of 8 around the park, then fuck off I think, go somewhere else. Which way am I going? This way. Up to. How did I miss these guys? When did they turn up? They were here last week. Awesome. I could never get doing frisbees. It was never not my kind of sport as a kid. Anything like ball sports, throwing and that sort of thing, not my thing. Stick me on a skateboard or karate and I'm well away. Yeah, they're really good at it. Very cool. Right. Let's mosey on a bit.
And like,
That was nice of them, they didn't have to move. Whoop. Right. Head up the hill. Ouch. That really caught one of my vertebrae. There's one bone in my back that the chair always cracks, and that turn just really got it. It hurt to fuck. So yes, padding is necessary if you ride it as much as I do. If you're just using them casually, I don't think it would ever become an issue. And because I ride this as much as I do, there's one bone that takes the brunt of it all. So it's just after this bench on the left. There we go. It's going to be pretty quiet up here, so I'll probably just turn around and come back down. Yeah, very little going on up here. Alright, if we were down the bottom I'd let you have a go. Yeah. Skirt, skirt. All right. Here, if that slalom was a bit bigger, I'd so right through those cones for rolls. I think I've trashed them all. Hi there, how you doing? Tiny dog, tiny child. Okay, it looks nice and quiet. Shit, not as quiet as I thought. Nothing behind me. Oh, that was really sweet. I don't know if you could see that lady or not on camera. Gave me, the C5, little mini round of applause. Cut this, let the traffic go. I'm in no hurry. His suspension is squeaky. So rebuilding is such a melodramatic word for what is ultimately just greasing some bearings and removing a few nuts and bolts. But rebuilding the rear wheel bearing axle, bearings I suppose, the rear wheel, has made a huge difference to the amount of squeak. There's so little coming from it now. It's been a huge help. Oh, there's nothing behind me. I was afraid there was a car behind me. Couldn't be sure he'd seen me. Excellent. This bus is going to block the left lane. I use the right lane and then I can pull in. Super. I'm safe and I'm out of everyone else's way. Skirt, skirt. Shat myself, I thought that Mini was going to pull out then. Oh, can you see the helicopter in the air? Well, where else is there going to be a helicopter? Duh. But can you see the helicopter on screen? Why are they walking towards me? I just came this way to be out of their way. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Traffic, 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 traffic. I cannot see shit. There we go. Oh, am I just missing the traffic lights? Or am I going to just make the traffic lights? I'm going to just make them. Send it. Skirt, skirt. Bus driver leaning out the window saying, "Oh, I haven't seen one of those in 30 years!" With a big smile on his face. I gave him a big wave. It would have been nice to be able to say something back, but I was aware that I was very much on one of the busiest roads in the area and wanted to get the hell off it as quickly as I could. There we go. Safe, out of everyone's way. Oh, I like the paint job on that little smart car. It had a slight pearl to the orange. Shite car, nice paint. Yeah. Flipping heck. I thought it was. That's like a helicopter gunship or something. Look at that. The sun's going to ruin the view. It has like nacelles. Rocket nacelles or something. That is not the sort of regular helicopter you see across London. If it circles back again, I'll try and see if I can get a better shot of it. Hopefully when it's not pointing the camera directly at the sun. Go on, getting your exercise on. Oh yes, I mustn't forget I need to get a new front tyre. Check them out with the hula hoop badasses. Badasses? What the fuck? Badasses. I canard words. Sometimes the words they don't sentence. Sometimes the drivers, they don't want you to live. I can feel him right at my jacksie, and he's coming in dry. Yeah, this dog is going to want to know what the hell this is. Hello. Oh. Hello. Thank you. Oh yes, the helicopter. There. What the fuck is that? Move the fuck out of the way. I really hope I'm pointing the GoPro in roughly the right direction. But yeah, flipping heck. Why is there a gunship flying over London? Sometimes you see them, see like filming and stuff like that, but you would expect to see smaller helicopters following it or something. You get like James Bond films and stuff like that filming in London. I want to pet your dog. Quack. I should have brought the birdseed with me. I've got a bit left. Oh, all the burbs are gone with the dog around. I think he just wants to play. Oh, they're all of them all going into the water and pushing off. Sod this, they said. But I think he just wants to play. He certainly wants to get in the water. Yeah, you're about to get wet. There it is. But they do when they get out of the water. Oh, here comes that helicopter again. Helicopter, helicopter. If I shade it, I don't know if this is helping or not. If I shade the right hand side of the GoPro lens. Bloody Ada. Why is there a gunship over Blackheath? What the actual fuck? Sorry, I'm just taking pictures and stick this on Facebook and see if anyone knows what it is. It looks like, I don't really know my helicopters or anything, but I want to say an Apache. What the fuck? Right. Birds have all made their way back to this side of the pond again now, all coming back over. I think they just like sitting in the sun, because there's a shaded side over there, but they're choosing to come and sit over in the sunny side. Aww. Yeah, I really wish I brought some seed with me. I'll have to buy some more. That'll be my mission next time I come for a ride. Go and get some bird seed and then come and feed the geese again. If they're going to eat out of my hand, I'm going to feed them. Can you see over the far side? Tiny, 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 tiny little ones. Let me get a picture of those, if I can. They might be too far. Coming this way? Where have they gone? They're underwater. Oh yeah, there they are. Oh, they're tiny. Oh my gosh. They are tiny. Okay, right. That's enough boring you all. I'm going to head across the heath. Well, there we go. Head across the heath, across that way, down through the village, down the steep main road, because I can get up some good speed down there for the lulz, and then make my way home. I think. Call it a day. Right. Let's mosey on. The sun is at a really awkward angle. I'm squinting like a motherfucker. Blinded by the light. Small child. You're okay. Thank you. Hello. Bit of shade, I can see again. Where am I going? Now a health food shop. Used to be a designer clothes shop, went bust in the first lockdown. Yep, this horn was a fantastic investment in time and money. I think the horn itself was about £5. I think the relay to run it cost more. Yeah, fuck 'em. Shit. No, don't make me stop on a hill. That's your chance to pass. This is not your chance to pass. This is your chance to pass, except for the car coming the other way. I must remember next time I come through to put Strava on and find out what speed I get down that hill, out of curiosity. My rear wheel is squeaking again. Only a little, but it is doing it. Interesting. There's a fox. Look, 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 look. Indifferent foxes having a wee. Indifferent foxes just completely unfazed. Look at that. Oh shit, car. That is one of the worst bumps on this estate. So we are getting to the end point. I'm going to have a little secret stream word that if you get to make it to this point in the video, comment Pitstop in your reply and I'll know you're one of the dedicated few that made it into the video. In fairness, I think most people just sort of dip in and out, watch a bit here, watch a bit there, come see if they can find themselves. If they had a go on it or if I filmed them during my ride. And that's, of course, that's great. But yes, to anyone that does come along for the ride, I'm extremely grateful. Thank you for joining me. I don't take anyone's time for granted. So thank you so much for that. Coming to my usual stopping point. Yep, roll it straight out. And park up. And just in the shade so I can see what I'm doing. So yep, thank you all so much, anyone and everyone that's made it this far into the video. I'll be out probably in the next few days if the weather's continues to be like this. I'll probably be out tomorrow, to be honest. And I will catch you all next time. This is C5 Live UK, and I'll see you around. Bye.